Have you ever wondered about Palm Beach Gardens, or maybe have you ever heard about Palm Beach Gardens, Florida? Well, today we're at Palm Beach Gardens and we're going to tell you all about it, what it's like to live here and what it would be like to move here. So stick around. What's up, everybody? It's April Laura, your Florida realtor, right here in Palm Beach Gardens, right here with my friend Zach.
Hi, everybody.
Zach is a Palm Beach Gardens local and native. He grew up here, and we're going to be talking about it today. So I figured, why not bring Zach along and he can give you his perspective of what it's like to live here. Now, if this is your first time to my channel and you want to know everything there is about working, eating, sleeping, playing, and living in Florida or Palm Beach Gardens, then make sure you tap that subscribe button and ring the little bell so you're notified every time I do a new video, because it's pretty much all I talk about. I love helping people relocate to South Florida and move here, and my team and I have specialized in it. So make sure you give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email, somehow get in touch with me, because I've got your back when you move to South Florida. There's even a calendar link in the description box below for your convenience. Now, let's talk about Palm Beach Gardens. So today I'm bringing Zach to you guys because Zach actually grew up in Palm Beach Gardens, and I figured who better to tell you about the area and what it's like to live here than somebody who's local, grown up here, and a native. So Zach, tell us about Palm Beach Gardens. What do you love about it? Actually, let's start with the location, because it's really located in a great part of the county.
Well, hi, everybody. And yep, I'm a local, grew up on Palm Beach Gardens, and I would say the location is probably one of the biggest factors, and I think is one of the most attractive features of living in Palm Beach Gardens, because again, you know, you're 15 minutes from the airport,
yeah,
you're 15 minutes from the water, and in between that you got a ton of golf courses.
Yes, and it's only 80 miles north of Miami, so if you wanted to go and enjoy the big city life, you could do that, or even Fort Lauderdale. That's a little bit closer. And then you have all of the cities to the south in Palm Beach County also. But yes, having that proximity and being so close to all of those things really doesn't exist in South Florida in any other area.
I would agree. I would agree. Look, you know, the fact that you can live in an area like this and you don't have to get in your car and drive 20 or 30 minutes or sit on the turnpike or sit on I-95 and be in traffic is a huge benefit, and that's why people just love living here.
Yes, because it is like small town, and yes, there is some traffic, but it's not like the horrid traffic that you'll find on the highways and having to go to different cities, or driving half an hour to get to the beach, or driving 40 minutes to get to a great golf course.
Exactly.
So what type of people, you know, can we find here? I've looked up demographics before, and what I've shown a lot of buyers, like the Palm Beach Gardens and Jupiter area, and I'll be honest with you, the feedback that I get a lot, which I don't believe is true, but the feedback that I get a lot is that people feel like, people that are relocating here, they feel like it's a little bit on the older side. But you grew up here, and I know that there's so many young people in Palm Beach Gardens. I have great friends here. What can you say about that?
Yeah, well, I think it's, you know, twofold, right? This is Florida, so we have a lot of retired people that live here, so that's not going away. But at the same time, there are more families moving to South Florida on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. And, you know, just go to the Palm Beach Gardens Community Center, or just some of the new developments that are happening right now. And a lot of those families are young that are moving to Florida, you know, so there is a lot of young families, but it is diverse at the same time too. So you're going to get a little bit of everything. You've got people who are retired and their grandkids are coming in for the holidays.
Yeah.
It's a very family friendly place to live, you know, so not to say that if you're single, you know, you don't want to live in Palm Beach Gardens, but I would definitely say that this is a lot of families. Of course, you've got your retired people. But
Yes.
again, I think you got something for everybody.
I agree. I think there's a mix. There's definitely, I think the fact that the city has been developing for the last several years, I would say 15-ish
Yeah.
years, and there's so many more establishments that have like music venues and fun things to do, festivals, green markets that everybody can enjoy. That is not just geared to a 55 and older kind of community, because that's certainly not what it's like. And I just had a buyer actually that contacted me from YouTube, and he's young, single, and he wants to move into the area, and he's like, "Where should I move there?" But he has a boat, and I'm like, "Absolutely, it's great. It's great here."
Yeah.
So there's a lot of outdoor activities. We live a lot outdoors in Florida, so that's not any different than in the Palm Beach Gardens area. In fact, I think it's even more prevalent because of the proximity to everything.
Definitely. You know, and what else I love about Palm Beach Gardens is that, like, things are new here. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of new development. You know, this wasn't one of those cities that got overdeveloped or super developed, 2 or 3 decades ago. So again, from a proximity standpoint, you're close to everything, and there's just a lot of new restaurants and new buildings. There's a lot of all that new companies coming down here, new industries. So you're getting a little bit of everything.
That is true. I mean, well, but let's back up, because I did look on the MLS this morning.
Yep.
Because I knew we were doing this video, and I checked, what was available today on the MLS. No membership fees and no 55 and older communities did I check, but there were 87 listings.
Okay.
And they ranged from in the 300,000 range all the way up to 34 million. So, but what I wanted to point out is that those $300,000 homes, 325, 350, anywhere in the 300s, those are 1950 style homes.
Sure.
And so those homes do exist because Florida kind of was developed on the east side, and a lot of the developments started happening in the 1950s. So you will find some of those homes, but to your point, Zach, there really is so much more development that has happened in the last, I would say, 15 years.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe 20 years. And then we have new development areas also, like Alton is new. There's still new construction there.
neighborhood.
Very beautiful. I've done a video on that. And then there's also Ancient Tree and Avenir, which is happening further west, but still that's about 20 minutes from the downtown area.
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
So 20 minutes, and that if anyone who lives there, I mean, that's the furthest west here in Palm Beach Gardens, and so instead of being 10 minutes from everything, you're 20. But again, you're getting everything there is new construction.
It's new construction. There are several different builders that are building in that area, so it's an enormous development. So there's actually going to be 3,900 new homes in Avenir. So they're going to have 55 and older developments and also all ages. There's going to be a huge, it's a planned development. So you can imagine there's going to be great activities and areas for families, for dog parks. There's a built-in, I think, beach. So you don't even have to go to the beach or go toward the water if you don't want to, especially with your little ones. So there's really going to be a lot to offer. So if you want information on that, I can definitely get you information on that.
Very dog friendly too. I know you mentioned this is a very dog friendly city, so lots of dog owners in Palm Beach Gardens, lots of dog parks.
That's very common in Florida and South Florida. A lot of people have dogs and have lots of animals, and they like to take their dog with them. So, outdoor cafes and restaurants, you're welcome to usually bring your dogs, and you'll see a lot of them in this area as well. So Zach, let's talk about jobs and what type of jobs people can find in the area.
Definitely. For many years, I felt that South Florida was a service-driven industry.
It is.
And it still is.
Yeah.
But, growing up, there wasn't a lot of corporations here. There wasn't a lot of big companies moving down here. But in the last few years, we've seen a lot of that.
Yes.
From a finance standpoint, you've got companies like Goldman Sachs that are moving down here.
JP Morgan.
So you're seeing a lot of Wall Street firms
Yeah.
shift part of their divisions down to South Florida and Palm Beach Gardens.
And a lot of them are having offices in either Boca or West Palm Beach.
Exactly.
So it'd be very easy to live here and have to go into the office.
and commute.
Yeah, that's a very short commute, very easy and tolerable. So with finance, there's also some tech companies I know that are moving into the area. There's always been health sciences and healthcare industry workers. So there's a lot of medical in
Healthcare, huge.
Yeah, in this area. So if you work in healthcare, there's plenty of jobs for that. And then, of course, we're in this time in 2021 where a lot of people are just working from home. So I'm finding
Yeah.
most of the people that are relocating here, they really don't even need to go into an office. They're working virtual, they're keeping the jobs that they have, and they're just relocating. So maybe you're one of those.
Exactly.
So Zach, I know you love to golf. You've been golfing all your life, or?
Pretty much.
Okay. So I'm sure there are a lot of avid golfers that are watching, and I kind of just wanted to ask you, like, what are your top 3, I would say, golf courses in this area? Because Palm Beach County alone has how many? Like, it's got to be like 200 golf courses.
At least.
Right. So a lot of my buyers are actually kind of saying, do I really need a membership community? Because they can kind of go, well, you can go anywhere whether you're in a membership community or not, but it's not necessarily needed.
Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of great public golf courses in Palm Beach County. And then, if you're someone who wants to be part of the club, there's a lot of great country clubs to join as well. I would say PJ National is one of my favorite clubs.
Yeah.
There's 4 golf courses on site, 2 off site, and to have that many golf courses to play and to be 15 minutes from the airport, 15 minutes from the beach, that does not exist anywhere else in South Florida. I mean, you've just got a ton of great golf courses. Mirasol's a great course in Palm Beach Gardens. You've got Frenchman's Reserve, another great course. Yeah. Ibis, Bilen Isles, Old Palm, just to name a few. But
the list goes on and on.
It does. I mean, and you've got more professional golfers on the PGA Tour that live in Palm Beach Gardens than any other city in the country. So this is really like turned into the golf mecca.
Yeah, I meet golf pros everywhere.
Oh yeah.
They're everywhere, especially in season.
Oh yeah, they're definitely out and about.
How about fun, Zach? We got to have some fun in our lives. What kind of fun does this area offer to people, whether they're single or families? What can you tell me about that?
Well, I would say number 1 is the restaurant game has gotten a heck of a lot better than when I moved to Florida back in 1986 in Palm Beach Gardens. I can tell you that. So, whether you're single, you're on a date, you're with your family, there's a ton of great restaurants in Palm Beach Gardens.
There are. In fact, one of my favorite vegan restaurants is located in Palm Beach Gardens. Every time I either go through here or I'm here, I have to eat at it. Do you know what it is? Christopher's Kitchen. I love that place.
It's amazing. Not the cheapest restaurant you're going to go to, but it's definitely worth it.
It's the most expensive salad you'll ever have, but you'll be very satisfied, I
promise.
Those
$12 spring rolls are totally worth it.
But I do love it, and I can't resist. So I always splurge, and I always have Christopher's Kitchen. But you're right. So I moved to Palm Beach County in 2003, and there really wasn't much here. Like, as far as like restaurants, dining, just a couple, maybe 1 or 2 restaurants, maybe further east, right? Some like seafood restaurants. But now there's a variety. There's so much to offer, from going all the way out to the water to sushi. There's downtown at the gardens. There's midtown. Yep. There's all kinds of stuff, whether they're locally owned or chain restaurants, but there's more and more locally owned restaurants, which I think are the best.
Absolutely.
And then there's, I always go to the Twisted Trunk, which is a brewery, and they have like live music. They have great bands that they always schedule, and you can enjoy a nice locally brewed brewski and hang out with your friends, listen to some great music. I love that place. Do you go there?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah. And how about for families? Like, what would you say are some great, like, parks? I know there's a great recreational facility.
Definitely. I mean, if your kids are super into baseball, soccer, I mean, we've got some of the state-of-the-art fields in Palm Beach Gardens Community Center. You've got, again, you're into boating. Your kids want to go to the beach. I mean, all of that is right there. There's just a lot to do outdoors. If you like to be outside, great place to live. Lots of fun activities.
And there's an amphitheater downtown. There's a food truck, usually Invasion, that comes. There's also Green Market that comes every Sunday, I believe it is, which is great. I love going. I mean, if you've watched my channel, you know that I love green markets. I love just all of them. And every city in Palm Beach County, pretty much almost every city has one. So it's great to explore.
Absolutely.
But in order to find that perfect place that you want to go see, or an area that you have questions about, you got to get in touch with me. Give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email, somehow get in touch with me, because I've got your back when you move to South Florida. And until next video, I'll catch you later.